All right. What's going on, World Wide Web? Another mind-blowing edition of Sports and Tacos coming at you on this Monday night, right before real football season is about to get started. We got a bunch of preseason going on this weekend and tonight. I'm your host, as usual, Spencer Cadigan. I have my a new co-host, new-ish co-host, Alex Ginzel's with us this evening.
Alex!
We have Robert, the mouth from the South Humphreys, Tony, TMP Pantojas, and Ian, we like to boo Santa Claus Drummond, is up there in the corner with the skunk background. And there's a lot to get into today. A lot of football news over the weekend. And we got Bentley. We got Bentley. Actually, we got Bentley Fierro. Also,
Bentley! What's up, man in the shower? Man in the shower.
Patriots fan, Patriots expert, knows everything Patriots. But there's a lot going on in the NFL right now. A lot going on in sports in general. We're going to start off with kind of a crazy topic that we heard today. What exactly was that craziness, Alex?
All right, here we go, guys. So Tom Brady and Gronk to the Raiders via the UFC owner Dana White.
What are our thoughts?
What is going on with that?
What is everybody's thoughts on Tom Brady and Rob Gronkowski ending up in the black and silver via UFC owner Dana White?
Well, I saw a little bit on it this morning. It made me giggle because Rob Gronkowski was right there too. And Gronk they all knew about it. But Dana White he even said, I was never even going to bring it up. But he goes, he had Tom and his wife looking already for houses. They were already getting ready for location. Everything was going to correct. And then also Gronk. But some coach said, no.
Well,
Go figure.
Was there any validity to it?
No, do you really see Tom Brady fitting in with the Raiders, man? I mean, I can see Gronk going over there and playing the part, but Tom Brady is a little too clean cut to be a Raider.
Yeah, but look at their coach.
Gruden does not want Tom Brady, who's going to want to run the team. Now you got Tom Brady trying to run the team, Gruden trying to run the team. No, that would not mix. No, horrible. Tom Brady's not a Raider, dude. He's too clean. He's like somebody with a beard going to the Yankees. You got better fits elsewhere.
Before the season,
you don't have to play him twice.
before the season, he didn't want to go back to Tampa Bay. He wanted to go to the Dolphins.
The Dolphins?
Yeah. He was going to join. There was going to be some deal where Brady was going to get into ownership of the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah, that's why the Dolphins
wanted to go to the Dolphins, and then the deal fell apart. So he ended up going back to Tampa Bay, after he unretired.
Wait, I thought that was kind of before he even signed with Tampa. I thought he was going to go to Miami first.
I don't know.
I love my boy Tua, but that's what I thought. And now this coming up again, I don't know about that now.
That was just a rumor that I heard. So, but I don't know. I mean, okay, if you were a Raiders fan, would you be? Of course, even if this doesn't happen, what would your feelings be if you were a Raiders fan? Would you put Derek Carr on the bench to get Tom Brady for one season?
Yeah, I would.
I'd say yeah.
Yeah. I put him down for 2 seasons if I had to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
in the long run, it does not help your team.
Right. But Bentley, can you hear us, Bentley? What's your thoughts, Bentley?
Hang on 1 second.
Put YouTube on mute.
Hey, Ian. We can't hear you, Bentley. Ian.
Echo.
Do you hear me?
Yeah, Ian, what would you do?
I don't know. I think the Buccaneers were in a different spot than the Raiders. But apparently this goes back to the Gruden days from what I read. And Gruden put a kibosh on it. He said no. And like I don't know. I think the Buccaneers were a lot further along than the Raiders are. They had more talent on the whole
Oh,
team.
yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Yes.
They had a great little defense. One of them was an ex-Bronco.
Yeah, I mean, they were Jameis Winston away from the playoffs for the last 4 years. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, and Jameis Winston is one of those 30 and 30 guys.
If you were to take Tom Brady and Gronkowski and throw them on the Raiders right now, are they contending for a Super Bowl?
Well, the Raiders were playoff team last year, right? I can see that now. Yeah.
But just think about the two tight ends. You'd have Waller on one side, Gronk on the other, and then you also have a couple great wide receivers, and then you got
Adams, you know?
Too many cooks in that kitchen, man. Too many cooks in the kitchen right there. Way too many.
And that's why they're in Vegas. They're going to gamble.
It'd be interesting to see, Tom Brady with Devontae Adams.
I mean, it's going to be cool to see Derek Carr with Devontae Adams. They were, Fresno State teammates back in the day.
Yeah, that'd be
Set all kind of records.
I think that'd be kind of cool. Bentley, are you there? Can you hear us? We can't hear you, Bentley.
Yeah, it's a little funny, the signal.
What are your thoughts?
Are you in the bathroom there, man, in the shower?
I think you're a little funny too. One bourbon,
Everybody.
and one beer.
What are your
Scotch.
thoughts, Bentley? Yeah, I can't hear you, dude. We'll get back to you. Okay, so it's probably all nonsense, but Gronk, Brady to the Raiders, probably never going to happen, but I'm sure Raiders.
Gronk Brady anywhere would be fun. I just don't see the Raiders being the fit for those two. I think Tampa was a much better shot for them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Bruce Arians, he has the coach. But like even the Raiders, I think, are in a coaching thing right now with the Patriots guy, right? McDaniel.
Yeah, McDaniel.
Or Broncos
yeah,
coach.
yeah.
What was his malfunction in Denver? Why didn't he do well there?
He just, it was his first year being a head coach,
Okay.
where, all those great years with New England and what they accomplished with him and all that. He thought he could come out to Denver and run the whole show, and pretty much he destroyed our show.
Who was the quarterback?
Good old freaking
Tebow. It was Tebow, wasn't it? He drafted Tebow.
Kyle Orton.
Who was the quarterback for the Broncos when McDaniel was here?
Kyle Orton.
Orton, number 8. Orton. Okay.
And then a little bit later, Tebow came into play.
Orton better than
actually-
Tebow.
He drafted Tebow.
Yes, that's correct.
That's why he got fired.
Well, his
Overpaid
first
for
2
him.
picks, people don't remember, McDaniel's first 2 picks as the Broncos coach was Tebow and Demaryius Thomas.
DT, great pick. Tebow, great pick for 1 year.
For one
May
season.
rest in peace.
I think, I don't know. Josh McDaniels, he's my most hated Broncos coach.
Yeah, McDaniels also scared out Brandon Marshall from the Broncos. I remember that too.
Yeah, that was his pick too. Yeah.
But yet he
So,
just signed the best receiver in football in Devontae Adams.
Yeah.
That's got to be Derek Carr's Fresno State connection. Got to be.
Yeah, well, that's
That would be pretty sweet.
They're Pelsey Welsies.
It's something that I'm sure got Raiders fans all fired up, but it's never going to happen. But it's something that's kind of fun to talk about in preseason when there's not a whole lot of huge, NFL news right at the moment. So, yeah, good luck with that, Raiders. I don't ever see it happen. So we're gonna take like a minute long break here, real quick. We're gonna run some ads, and we'll be right back. Everybody chill for 1 minute. Who are the guys at Sports and Tacos? We're a bunch of sports experts who work together in a huge sports bar forever. And we know more sports than anybody in this entire world because we put our money where our mouth is.
Why Sports and Tacos? Because we're number 1. We try to do things a little different from everybody else, and that's who we are because we party like the big dogs.
Okay.
All about having some fun, a little bit of sports knowledge. What up?
Sports and tacos.
YouTube is the place to go to watch some sports and tacos, y'all. Check us out 3 times a week. Follow us, like us. We love you. Let's do it. Join us.
Sports talk shows where the hosts may be famous, when they get paid, no matter whether they're right or wrong, kind of like the weatherman, on Sports and Tacos, we only get paid to be right. So on Sports and Tacos, we put our money where our mouth is.
All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen in TV land, YouTube, Sports and Tacos, Mondays, Thursdays, and Sunday Fun Day. Come join us, YouTube, Sports and Tacos.
All righty.
There we go.
From our little commercial break there. Moving on from Gronk and Brady to the Raiders. We got the next topic of this Monday night.
All right, guys, topic number 2. Who is this year's out of nowhere team that's going to make playoff run?
Okay, so who's this year's Cincinnati Bengals, guys?
I'll go ahead and tee off.
Now, again,
Tim and I thought the same
Is there a
thing.
rule
I'm
like-
still going with them. The New Orleans Saints.
Okay.
New Orleans Saints. Why? Why the New Orleans Saints?
Jameson just came back off of injury. He looked pretty good in practice. We got a decent little running back there. And then on top of it, some guy, some all-star, all-pro, wide receiver just, got healthy even though he had a bad hammy problem today. So they sat him down day by day. But I think, and defense. And plus on top of it, they got a new coach. Hey, man, it's interesting. I got the Saints.
Got the Saints is an out of nowhere team. Huh?
Well, if you look at it, look at the last 4 games that they played against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They're the only ones in a regular season to beat them 4 times. And then on top of that bad boy, Tampa Bay's hurting right now. They lost 3 of their offensive linemen due to retirement or just leaving the team, going to another team. So, they got some problems over there. And they're not fixing them. So I like the Saints.
Now, normally I would say you're crazy, and anybody out there watching us in, Cyberland, Tony Pentojas sometimes makes crazy predictions, but he is the best predictor, the best picker, the best sports gambler I've ever met in my life, and that comes from 7 years of working with him day in and day out.
Are you talking about betting?
Every time that I doubt this guy, he was the one who predicted, like, before the Buffalo Bills got good, he made this exact same statement like 3 years ago that the Bills out of nowhere were going to make the playoffs, and look what happened. So, I'm not with you just because of Jameis. The guy, I don't know. I mean, the he's lucky he's even in the NFL still. But if he can possibly throw more touchdown passes than interceptions, they do have all the weapons on that team that they need. And
they're finally getting healthy.
They are in a horrible division. Other than Tampa Bay, that division is just hot garbage. It is a dumpster fire of a division.
But you know what? Hey, I understand about the Jets losing their soon-to-be prodigy for their team. But at the same time, you got to look at Miami. Miami could be a creeper if you think about it. Look at the talent that they have. Look at their backfield they have. They might have lost Devontae Parker, but they gained one of the fastest men in NFL and one of the best hands from NFL. Sorry, Alex. He came from the Chiefs. Mr. Hill.
Yeah, they stole Tyreek Hill from Alex's Chiefs.
Yeah, that is correct.
Bama. Okay, Bama. What's your team? What's your out of nowhere team?
I honestly, I really was thinking the Saints until I heard Tony earlier talking about the Saints. I like what they can do, but I'm gonna look at the video. I'm gonna go to Washington. Commanders?
Commanders?
I'm gonna go with the Commanders as a team, man. You got one of the best receivers, McLaren.
The Washington.
You got a
football team.
quarterback in Wentz who could do something with a good coach. You got Gibson, who was a good running back the last couple of years, but there's a couple of rookies coming up now that's kind of even giving him some runs. You got a 3 backfield thing going right there.
Yeah.
They got a good defense. You can't say that. And plus, they play in a division with, Philly, who was up in the air, which could win it all, but they could also shoot themselves in the foot. Dallas the same kind of way. And the Giants ain't going to do nothing as long as Daniel Jones is there. But, yeah, I'm going to go with the Commanders, man.
All right, guy from Philly. When you're done booing Santa Claus, what's your out-of-nowhere team?
I disagree on the Saints. I don't like coaching changes. I'm going with the Carolina Panthers with Matt Rule as a third-year head coach and Baker Mayfield that needs to prove something.
Boo.
And then I also like Commanders because, again, the coach, Ron Rivera, I think he has that team together. I think he the defense. They have a pretty solid defense. And if you can stop Carson Wentz from doing something really stupid, he can win some games. But that's the big if right there. Keeping him from doing something stupid.
It's true.
So should Washington sign Nick Foles as a backup? That seems to be Wentz's.
He's a backup.
Right there.
No, they wouldn't do that to him again. But
no, I like the Commanders in this kind of sense right here. Dallas doesn't never show anything every year. Philly is the one team I'd like to pick. Philly is one team, but there is no teams that didn't finish under 500 last year that's going to compete this year. I don't feel like.
Yeah.
Everybody we're talking about at least had a winning record last year.
That's the one thing I can't stand about the prediction this time of year is people predict who won last year and tell them they're going to win this year.
Well, that's what I'm saying, but it's hard to look at a team with a losing record last year. I like to understand.
What about the Denver Broncos with 7 wins last year? Could they?
Denver would be a great pick. I guess somebody wanted to be a homer. Yeah. Maybe Smith.
Yeah. Alex, you got any I know you're a super Chiefs fan and you stay super focused on the Chiefs. Other than the Chiefs, is there any random team that you think might out of nowhere do good?
Pay attention to other teams.
Do it? Okay, what are you thinking? What other team?
The Tennessee Titans.
Tennessee Titans.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure a lot of people have them down from last year.
Yeah.
There were a lot of people Super Bowl pick last year. Is this the Titans year? Anybody? I don't know. What's anybody's?
You guys agree?
Everybody's like, no, they're done.
But they were the number one seed.
When you've got Derrick Henry, you're gonna win some games. You're gonna control the play. You're gonna control the scrimmage. You're gonna have chances to win a lot of games with Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
Who's their receivers? They got rid of A.J. Brown. They got rid of Davis the year before. They don't have Julio anymore. Who do they got?
Yeah.
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 But I feel like what I'm saying.
I think I agree.
Derrick Henry, you've got a chance.
I think if they were going to do it, it was going to be in the last couple years. That entire team's kind of slowly, I don't know, starting to fade, but who knows? Maybe Tannehill gets it done this year. My out of nowhere team, I'm going to stick with it. I've been sticking with it, throughout for the last month or two on Sports and Tacos, even before we went live, and that's the Las Vegas Raiders. I think the Las Vegas Raiders are the one team, and literally, I even looked again the other day. They were 36-1 to win the Super Bowl. That if they just somehow make it into the playoffs, possibly could go on a run.
Yeah, they made the playoffs last year. They could have done it last year.
That's one of the reasons why I say that is they've only gotten better. They're in if they can make it through the gauntlet that is going to be the AFC West. That would be my possible out-of-nowhere team. They gave Carr the big contract, Devontae Adams. They have a new super pass rusher. Give me the Raiders.
I agree with you on that because, they're also giving up $3.5 million away. They're getting ready to get rid of Kenyon Drake.
Oh, they cut him today. Kenyon Drake's gone.
So that's an extra $3.5 million where they can use that towards their offensive line, defensive line. Well, heck, maybe even a couple linebackers.
Yeah, awesome.
They
cool,
did
guys.
out space cap today, or cap space. They did, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that if I'm putting something on a long shot to make it to the Super Bowl, for me, it's the Raiders. Just because. I don't know why. Devontae Adams, they made it to the playoffs last year. I didn't think that was going to happen. the whole rugs and all the other ordeals, sometimes that galvanizes players, So like they kind of come together when really bad things happen sometimes on a team. So, but anyways, we're gonna take another break, get some commercials in from our sponsors, and we'll be right back in about a minute or so. So stay tuned, World Wide Web.
All about having some fun, a little bit of sports knowledge from 3, 4, 5, 6 different folks, depending on the night. Let you know about what happened that day in sports. We'll get to it. Check us out, Sports and Tacos at YouTube.
Perfect. You can see Sports and Tacos at YouTube. Smash that subscribe button right now. We are on Sunday mornings, Monday nights, and Thursday nights. Sports and Tacos, YouTube, subscribe. Do it now.
All right, this is Sports and Tacos. We got freaks out there. We got 4 of them. We got 5 of them. We got special guests. We got a man in the shower. We got a brainiac. We got a guy that looks like he's supposed to be on Sports Center. And then you got me. It's all about the TMP, Sports and Tacos.
Watch Sports and Tacos.
YouTube is the place to go to watch some Sports and Tacos, y'all. Check us out 3 times a week.
Sports talk shows where the hosts may be famous when they get paid, no matter whether they're right or wrong, kind of like the weatherman. On Sports and Tacos, we only get paid to be right. So on Sports and Tacos, we put our money where our mouth is.
Why Sports and Tacos? Because we're number 1. We try to do things a little different from everybody else, and that's who we are because we party like the big dogs.
Okay, sweet. Alrighty, dudes, here we are. We're back again. Moving on to the next topic. Alex, I'm going to have Alex start off our next little segment, and it's something that has been driving me crazy in fantasy football for years. It started, I want to say it started probably about 10 years ago, but to me, it annoys me. I understand why teams do it. Give us our topic.
All right, topic number 3. What is everybody's opinion of running back by committee?
Oh, I hate it so much. Running back by committee.
I like it. As far as NFL teams go, I hate it as far as fantasy football goes.
Yeah.
You're an NFL team. What's your average running back? 3 or 4 years to lifespan in a sense, unless you got somebody that's a stud that does what he does. Yeah, you need to mix these guys up and keep them healthy. Let them go with it right there. As far as fantasy goes, it sucks because now you're picking one guy that's supposed to be a starter. Now he's got backups coming in, taking a lot of reps plus third down plays. Yeah. As far as NFL goes, I love it.
Yeah. I get that in fantasy, it's horrible. For me, I just think about back in the day when you had star running backs. It just seems like there's not that many, the Walter Paytons, the Eric Dickersons, the Barry Sanders, where week in, week out, year in, year out, Emmitt Smith, you knew who the running back was. And I understand why teams have gone to running back by committee, but when you have that, your A number 1 running back, you would think that's who you want to give the ball to 90% of the time. And again, I'm totally biased because I've been screwed over because of fantasy and drafting somebody, and then the next thing you know, that's going to be running back by committee this year. It's going to be thunder and lightning. It's just like, that was a completely worthless pick. Unless, the only anomaly to that was the Jerome that I can think of was the Jerome Bettis year, where the only time they gave him the ball was inside the 3-yard line, and he scored 20 touchdowns.
Score!
Average 2 yards a carry, and
2 yards a carry. Just brought him in when in the goal line situation. But I am not a fan of it, and mainly just because, it's hard to become a fan. When I was growing up, I loved those running backs. I loved Walter Payton and Eric Dickerson. You have very little of that nowadays.
Hey, man, I get what you're saying, brother. I so get what you're saying. But, I benefited from it last season in fantasy because Zeke wasn't doing well for Dallas Cowboys, and I picked up Tony Pollard. That boy gave me some points every week. If it wasn't 13, I was guaranteed a 20 or a more. He did well for me. That's why I'm not against it, because you're counting on that running back to do good, because your flex or your other running back just had a really crappy day.
Yeah, but I mean, even then, like if you're stuck in a running back by committee situation, why do I understand why NFL teams like it, because it gives running backs a break, but
it's the nature of the game, man. You got a lot of teams have one guy that runs the ball well and holds on up the middle, another guy that runs outside and catches the ball. That's your third down back if you need him right there for extra yards. You got your guy up the middle.
Well,
plus it was kind of a different game back when we're talking about with Barry Sanders, those guys. I mean, you get hit hard, you get some smelling salts to get back up and get the next play. You don't do that anymore. You go up to the sidelines and are out for like 3 weeks now.
Well,
you gotta have guys that can rotate in sometimes.
I get that, but it seems like running back by committee, that you bring in running back, 1A for this entire drive. Then the next time they bring in 1B. Obviously, you're going to have your special, like when it's 3rd and 9 and you're going to throw the ball. You're going to whoever can catch the ball better. It's just kind of annoying. That's all. It's hard to be a fan of the running back when you got the running back.
Check it. Okay, hey, Shotgun, check it out, brother. You're talking about the Barry Sanders, the Emmitt Smiths, and everything like back in the day. Well, there's something back in the day that started all this that was in L.A., where it was the L.A. Raiders when they had Marcus Allen and Bo Jackson. That's how it all started and got put together.
Yeah, that's the original Thunder and Lightning right there.
I mean, I'm all for running back that like Derrick Henry. Now, he hardly ever comes out of games or out of down situations.
Guy from Philly. What's your thoughts on running back by committee?
Well, I thought of the idea when James White retired, and I looked at his stats. And his biggest year was 700 yards and 7 touchdowns. I thought he was much more impressive during the season. I think, New England's always had something going on with playing the healthy running back. Who was that guy with 4 touchdowns they cut one time the next week because he was late for practice? So then I look at a team like the Titans. Derrick Henry was hurt last year, and they couldn't do anything once he was there. Same with the Panthers. Once McCaffrey went down, they were done when he was done. Then you look at the greatest Super Bowl loss ever with the Rams and Todd Gurley. They had nothing without him. So just are you? I believe in the healthy running back now more than a feature, because feature backs aren't there a lot. When's the last feature back you can remember really doing something big in the postseason?
Yeah.
I would say,
Roger Craig.
No, I'm going to say,
yeah, exactly.
I'll be honest.
Emmitt Smith.
Mr. Philly, I would be honestly, I'd say my Denver Broncos TD.
Emmitt Smith.
Harold Davis, yeah, exactly. And that's kind of like the.
But that's a long way to go, though. Yeah, there's nobody in the last handful of years. You're right, Ian. Damn right, yeah.
I was just looking at the Super Bowl.
Well, yeah, you got to mix it up a little bit. You can't just have to do power every down like that. You got to mix it up a little bit.
That's why their careers only last 2 to 3 seasons.
You got to have a guy just in case, too. Like I said, you got to give guys playing. I'm talking about preseason. Not playing in preseason. You got to have guys get reps just in case somebody gets hurt. Go in. You got to have guys that can do that.
Plus, now with all these amazing contracts, you'd have to.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, but
Alex.
Even like Leonard Fournette, he's close, but he was a feature back at the end of the year that year. He wasn't really, he missed a lot that year, if you recall. Right. And he was the healthy hand by playoff time.
Yeah, true. I'm going to get Alex's opinion real quick. Okay.
Okay.
Would you rather have 1 star running back on the Chiefs or 2 semi-star running backs?
1.
1? Just like 1 that you can root for.
One
like
solid
that guy's
running back.
awesome.
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, there we go.
There we go.
Larry got hurt, and the Chiefs were, kind of scrambling with Williams and Williams that one year. What year ago?
Yeah, Damien and Damon.
They're not bad running backs. I would say the Chiefs are actually kind of smart at that end. They actually had some guys back up that could back them up.
Maybe
Yeah.
Marshawn Lynch was a feature that won a Super Bowl.
Well, yeah, with the Seahawks that year.
Yeah.
He was a bull.
Yeah, I don't
All right.
want to say who they beat, but
Cool, guys. I think we have beat this topic to death. Let's go ahead and hear
Who's the
again
champion?
from our sponsors real quick. We'll get in a little mid-show intro.
All right, this is Sports and Tacos. We got freaks out there. We got 4 of them. We got 5 of them. We got special guests. We got a man in the shower. We got a brainiac. We got a guy that looks like he's supposed to be on Sports Center. And then you got me. It's all about the TMP Sport.
You can see Sports and Tacos at YouTube. Smash that subscribe button right now. We are on Sunday mornings, Monday nights, and Thursday nights. Sports and Tacos, YouTube, subscribe. Do it now.
All about having some fun, a little bit of sports knowledge from 3, 4, 5, 6 different folks, depending on the night. Let you know about what happened that day in sports. We'll get to it. Check us out. Sports and Tacos at YouTube.
Perfect.
All right, ladies and gentlemen in TV land, YouTube, Sports and Tacos, Mondays, Thursdays, and Sunday Fun Day. Come join us, YouTube, Sports and Tacos.
All righty, dudes. Let's see. What do we got here? We're gonna do some. We have a little promo that we're doing today. For anybody that's out there watching, we're gonna offer 1 week of Tony's amazing sports picks, but you need to text tacos to 55678 right now for 1 week of Tony TMP Pintojas pick of the day. I'm not lying, people.
He cashes. This dude cashes. Yes.
The dude
Thanks
cashes.
for all those fun adventures.
Like texting tacos to 55678 right now. And if you follow him day over day, week over week, year over year, and you have a DraftKings account, you will make money. You just will. I've watched it. I've disagreed with him so many times. I've just been like, Tony, you're insane. What are you thinking? And it hits. So you may think, oh, this is just like, what kind of offer is that? His picks, and I've known a lot of guys. I've worked in a lot of sports bars. Best sports gambler I've ever met. So anyways, anybody who's out there watching, it'd be wise to text tacos to 55678 right now for Tony's picks of the day for the next week. So
Also
anyways,
TV Land. I also do play, besides baseball, basketball, soccer, football. I also do the horses. I got a couple people this year that I gave them the trifecta, the exacta box on the Kentucky Derby. It was a great payday, ladies and gentlemen.
nice. Very nice. I remember you saying that after the Kentucky Derby.
I was one of the fools that did not back his bet. I wish I had.
80-1 came in first, ladies and gentlemen. 80-1.
That's crazy. But hey, what are you gonna do? Hindsight is always 20/20. All right, we're gonna move on here. What was our next topic? I think we're on to number 4.
Can I finish my taco first?
Yeah, if you want to. Oh, we are eating some bomb tacos.
Yes, we are. Bomb.
Where you guys at?
A place called The Garage in Culver City. I went with
wow.
the pulled pork. Amazing. How's the chicken taco?
Chicken. It's amazing.
Awesome. Cool.
Hell yeah.
If you want to,
I drink the tacos.
Okay,
All
we're
right.
going to move on to our next topic. And again, just remember, people, it's preseason. Headlines in the NFL. during preseason are kind of hard to come by. So this next one's just kind of fun, little revisionist history while we have time because, you know, real football is coming soon. So.
All right, guys, here we go. So topic number 4. Rank your 3 best quarterbacks, running backs, and wide receivers on your team.
Of all time.
Of all time.
Ooh. I was gonna say I was gonna have fun with mine.
All time.
Bad too.
So let's go ahead and let's start with Weeboo Santa Claus. What's your top 3 Eagles quarterbacks of all time?
Quarterback, Don McNabb, Nick Foles, and Ron Jaworski. The
Nice.
Jaws.
Top 3 running
Then-
backs of all time.
Wilbert Montgomery, LeGarrette Blunt,
LeGarrette,
Ricky
Blunt,
Waters.
Ricky Running Waters.
Yeah.
Wilbert Montgomery. And let's go with Tommy McDonald. He played in like the 50s or 60s.
Then wide receivers.
T.O., Terrell Owens, Alshon Jeffrey, led us to the Super Bowl win, and Harold Carmichael.
Harold Carmichael going back in the day cafe. I like it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go ahead and go next. Oh boy. Okay, so the first 2 are pretty easy with the Broncos. Obviously, John Elway's number 1. Obviously, PFM is number 2. The 3rd best Broncos quarterback of all time. God, that's a tough one. There's been so many.
I'll be Brister.
I'm gonna go
The
ahead.
blister.
I think I'm gonna say Jake the Snake Plummer. He took us to an AFC Championship game, anyways.
Arizona.
And then
State.
let's see the 3 best Broncos running backs ever. Obviously, Terrell Davis. I'm gonna go back in the day cafe. Floyd Little, who recently got in the Hall of Fame. 3rd best Broncos running back of all time. Boy, that's a toughie. 3rd best of all time. I'm gonna say I think it was Otis Taylor. Remember him, Tony?
Yes.
My
I
man,
think
Otis.
Otis Taylor, I'm gonna say. And then 3 best wide receivers of all time. God, that's another tough one. Haven Moses, Rod Smith, and we'll go super back in the day cafe. Steve Watson.
Oh, wow.
For 81.
Steve Watson. Okay, Bama, do it.
I guess, quarterbacks, being a Ravens fan, my string's a little short, so of course I got to throw Trent Dilfer in, who won me a Super Bowl.
Trent
Which he
Dilfer.
sucked as a quarterback in a sense, but he managed games. He did have stats. I got to throw my boy Joe Cool Flacco. Also, want to be another Super Bowl. You show us stats out, another quarterback that made us playoffs for 7 straight years, starting his rookie year long. And you can't count out Lamar. As far as quarterback goes for the team right there. Hell, he's doing things that the team ain't done before. That goes into running backs. Lamar is also in the running back category with me, but I am going to start off with Jamal Lewis, who got us off that first one right before.
That's right. I remember Jamal Lewis.
You guys are going to hate me for this, and I kind of hate to say this, but if you go just 10 on the field, I'm going to go Ray Rice. His ending career was not very pretty, but he was damn sure good on the field.
He never got a second chance.
And again, a lot of picks too. Yeah, including Ray Lewis, who was on that same team. But yeah. Again, my 3rd running back goes to the quarterback. It's freaking Lamar Jackson. You can tell me a better running back on that team for the last, how many,
You
some
just
years
took
ago,
Lamar Jackson.
Tell me the better ones there. I would say Lamar's probably the best running back we've had consistently. Yes, yeah. And he's a quarterback, but that's the game plan we play. So it's a whole different game, scheme of how things go. So, yes, I'll put in my 2 categories, of course. Not in a receiver category. Receiver, I got to throw, of course, throw Jacoby Jones in, who made the great catch against you guys at the end right there to beat your Broncos for the Super Bowl. I'm going to go Mark Andrews, current guy who's one of the best guys I've seen catch the ball, period, out there. I'd love to claim Steve Smith as a Raven, but we only had him for a few years. I know he's more of a Panther than a Raven, but I'd love to claim him. If I can't claim him, then maybe I'll throw in the old Sharp. We'll throw Sterling in. Or I'm sorry, yeah.
Shannon Sharp.
I'm sorry, his brother Shannon.
Yeah.
Sorry, his brother Shannon. Yeah. Shannon. Yeah, the guy here. Yeah.
He won a Super Bowl with you, so.
Other than that, we don't. I mean, there's not a lot of receivers to choose from. Again, minus like Steve Smith. I like Jacoby. I mean, of course, I got some jerseys in the back. Some other guys that did some things a few times, but yeah.
Cool.
I'll stick with them guns all day long.
Nice. TMP.
Quarterbacks. Of course, John Elway. Peyton Manning. Charlie Morton. 1977, first time I ever took the Broncos to the Super Bowl.
You're talking about Craig
Morton. I'm sorry. Craig Morton, ladies and gentlemen. Craig Morton. Running backs. Terrell Davis. You know what? I'm throwing him out there because he's my Mississippi Mudwalk, number 23, Sammy Winder. I like that boy.
Sammy Winder?
Yeah, he's my boy. And, the third running back, you guys might laugh at me, but he started the whole rush running into the touchdown stuff, Mr. John Elway himself.
Wow. That's cool.
He still has – he's up there in records for the Broncos having the most touchdown running in, for wide receivers. I'm throwing Shannon Sharp in there because – they also counted him as a wide receiver. Rod Smith, yes. Ooh, gosh, last one. There's a couple of them on my – I would like to say all the 3 amigos.
I love Rod Smith. Rod Smith's fucking good. Yes, I love
Gosh darn it, man. It's so tough out there. David Moses will go with the man from God.
DT?
Yeah.
DT was pretty good.
Yeah. DT was a great man, too. God bless your soul.
Who was it?
But he didn't have enough time.
So who was your 3 wide receivers again?
Shannon Sharp, Haven Moses, Rod Smith.
That's pretty sweet. That's a good one. All right, Miss Ginzel.
My turn. All right. Quarterbacks. Patrick Mahomes. Alex Smith.
Ooh.
I think he's my favorite one. I mean, he was awesome. He was awesome. Broke his leg in 2018 after playing for the Chiefs and recovered from it, thinking that his whole NFL season career was over.
Dude, he thought he might lose his leg.
Yeah, they thought that they were gonna have to amputate his leg. And I actually know people in Kansas City that actually know Alex Smith, and they have nothing but good things to say about him. And yeah, he's just one of my favorite all-time quarterbacks for sure. He led that team. And then number 3 would be Joe Montana. Obviously, that video that you told me to watch.
My favorite.
Super Joe.
Joe Montana for sure. I even have his jersey.
That's Joe Montana.
Montana.
Awesome.
Backs. Priest Holmes.
Oh, Priest Holmes. I totally
Priest
forgot
Holmes.
about that.
Also a Raven. I like that.
In early 2000s, that's when I really became a Chiefs fan. Priest Holmes and the Dante Hall duo. So much fun to watch.
Yeah. Dude, Dante Hall crushed the Broncos so many
Yeah.
All the time.
With those punt returns, God, I hated that guy.
Look at that 80-yard one to win the game. That was 80 yards. He did it.
Do you remember?
I know.
I think he ran 2 back on us once.
Oh, he's done it a couple times. Yeah.
And I was just like, why are you still punting the football to that guy? So, anyways.
Okay, so Priest Holmes, yeah. Jamal Charles.
Oh my God, Jamal Charles.
Jamal
I forgot
Charles.
about that.
Yeah.
Leader in rushing yards. Yeah. That's all I have for my running backs. My wide receivers, Dante Hall. He was with us for 7 years. Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
And Tyreek Hill for sure. And then I think the third one is going to be this new guy, Sky Moore.
Nice.
Looking out for Sky Moore.
That's right.
All right, dudes. Well, that's our little back in the day cafe topic. We're gonna get we'll get in one more word, get in a few more words from our super amazing sponsors real quick. We'll be back in a couple minutes, and we'll wrap this thing up. Watch Sports and Tacos.
YouTube is the place to go to watch some sports and tacos, y'all. Check us out 3 times a week. Follow us, like us. We love you. Let's do it. Join us.
Who are the guys at Sports and Tacos? We're a bunch of sports experts who work together in a huge sports bar forever. And we know more sports than anybody in this entire world because we put our money where our mouth is.
Why Sports and Tacos? Because we're number one. We try to do things a little different from everybody else, and that's who we are because we party like the big dogs.
Okay. Sweet. So
This is Sports and Tacos. We got freaks out there. We got 4 of them. We got 5 of them. We got special guests. We got a man in the shower. We got a brainiac. We got a guy that looks like he's supposed to be on Sports Center. And then you got me. It's all about the TMP, Sports and Tacos.
you can see Sports and Tacos at YouTube. Smash that subscribe button right now. We are on Sunday mornings, Monday nights, and Thursday nights. Sports and Tacos, YouTube, subscribe. Do it now.
Because we get paid to put our money where our mouth is. We tell you how it is for real, not what they want you to say. Listen to us. Sports and Tacos.
Cool. Perfect. All righty. Some amazing words from our sponsors. Man, those guys are... All righty, we got a couple more quick topics. We're gonna wrap the show up with. What's next? 5. What's 5?
Tony's pick of the day. What is it?
Tony, we need to know. We're gonna give everybody a free pick of the day for tomorrow.
Tomorrow's pick of the day. All right, before I start it, I just want to say it's a 4-game difference. I am definitely going out in the NL East. You know, those crazy Mets, they're kicking butt, but there's somebody coming behind them where they were last year's world champions. So I'm going the Braves. You got Max Fried on the ground that's 10-3 right now. He's doing remarkable stuff, and he plays 6 to 8 strikeouts a game or more. And then also, they're going against a little guy, JT Brooklyn, that's 3-10. He's not going to perform. Atlanta has too much going for him. They have a freaking first baseman that everybody is all, oh my God, we lost Freddie Freeman. Well, they got Olsen now. He's doing outstanding. He's got 26 home runs. He's got 85 RBIs batting in. You know, he's batting at 251, but still, I like the Braves. And you also got an MVP in there too. You know, Riley, he's batting at 286, 31 homers. His RBIs are 78. He's always on base or they're walking him. And then you got Dansby Swanson. He's the one that's been coming out of the woodworks out of everybody on that team. He's batting 295 when he needs to. Tomorrow, my bet of the day, Atlanta Braves.
The Atlanta Braves to win. I mean, who are they playing?
They're playing the Pittsburgh Pirates that are on a little rough spot right now.
Are they like super heavy favorites?
I would say yes, and to save your money, folks, instead of doing it on the money line, go ahead and give the -1.5. I believe in it. And if you're going to go over the over and under, it's 7.5. I would actually take the over because I feel there's going to be a couple home runs coming into the ball game where just some of the names I just said could be possible to do that. And then at the same time, you also got Acuna that is healthy back that last year's supposedly almost MVP until he got hurt. But no, I got Atlanta Braves going it tomorrow. That's my money. If I had $1,000 to throw on it right now, folks, I'd give the 1.5, or I'd do the parlay. I'd do the 1.5, and I'd take the over.
Yeah, so okay, that's a pretty confident wager then. Braves minus the 1.5. You might get close to even money there. All right, well, it's just anybody out there that's watching, you just got, at least for me, from my experience, advice from the best sports gambler I've ever met. And there's tons. I hate to, but like there are tons of gambling shows in the world, especially now with DraftKings and sports gambling becoming legal in many places. Tons of sports shows where it's like CNBC. They crunch the numbers, like TMP. It's like you don't crunch the numbers necessarily. You have a gift. My friend, you were born with a gift, just so you know. So do not disregard what that man is saying, World Wide Web. So anyways, there it is. Lock it up. That you might most likely make some money tomorrow if you listen to that guy. So we're going to wrap up tonight's episode with a little spelling bee. And we're going to start because this is a very important word that we're going to be hearing a lot about in the near future. And we're going to go ahead and start with Bama. Actually, no, let's start with Tony. Tony, I need you to spell the word masseuse for me.
I like getting them.
Everybody likes to get them. And the word masseuse. Wait. Start over. What'd you say?
MUESUCE.
Okay, we're coming back to you. Bama. Spell. Go ahead and spell the word masseuse.
MASSUSSE.
Wait a minute. Go. So you're really close. Say it again.
MASSUSSE.
Oh, so close. But okay. Alex,
Okay.
without cheating, can you spell the word masseuse?
MASSOUSE.
And not even close.
Okay, there's no O.
Okay, Ian, you can't cheat.
Okay,
How do you
masseuse.
spell?
MASTERBATE.
There you go, Ian.
You're a little bit off. Just a smidgen off.
How do you spell it?
But so right.
Okay.
You're right. I'm a little bit
It
off.
was just a little bit on the outside.
Ready? Hold. Because I had no clue. I never really wanted to know how to spell the word masseuse. But coming up, we're going to need to know because there's going to be a lot of masseuse talk coming up in the NFL soon. The correct spelling of the word masseuse, MASSEUS.
Ah!
I was so
God
close.
bless you.
Boom. Alrighty, dudes.
Winner gets a happy ending. Oh.
Until Thursday night. Hopefully we'll get some fat, juicy NFL news somehow between now and Thursday nights. And we'll have some more topics to report on. But we're going to wrap it up. So thanks for joining us. live on YouTube and Twitch TV. Sports and Tacos will be coming at you 3 days a week, all season long. Every Sunday morning with the NFL pregame, Monday nights with the NFL wrap-up, and Thursday nights, just for the heck of it. So thanks for joining us, everybody. And again, if you're out there and you're one of the cyber freak degenerate gamblers, text the word tacos to 55678 right now, and we're going to send you 1 week of Tony's picks of the day. Okay, adios, everybody. See you next time.
Adios, odd ones.
Let us.